Here's a breakdown of how I set up the lights for most of my interviews. So typically I'm using a 3-point lighting setup for most of my interviews. A lot of the places I go, I'll just set it up in this sort of way, but a lot of it depends on the mood. The first and most important light you're gonna set up is your key light. This is just about 45 degrees away from your subject, and this is the main light on their face. This pretty much drives the lighting setup, and this is very important if you want to set mood, set color, and just kind of the vibe you're looking for in the interview. Next up is your fill light. I normally like to run this right next to the subject, and this just kind of softens the shadows that are put on from the key light, and it kind of balances the frame. Now, some people, they will either run this really dark to create a more moody, kind of contrasty vibe. Some people like to brighten it up. I kind of do a subtle balance where there's still shadows on this side of the face, but the key is still the main star of the show. The next light is the backlight. This one's really important for kind of separating the subject from your back wall and making them pop a little bit. A lot of times people will put a spotlight behind you. This one, I actually have a tube light just over my head kind of hanging there. It's just a great way to add depth into your frame and make the subject pop. And finally is the motivated light. You don't always have to do this, but I think it's important for making the set feel a little more realistic. Most people, they'll use like a lamp or a window, but it's kind of cueing the audience in of where this key light is coming from. Because you want people to believe that there's not just a huge light right there. You see this and you think, oh, it makes sense that this is lighting this up. So it's just a way to kind of bring your setup to the next level and just kind of help make your set feel a little more believable and authentic. Now, this is just a pretty basic set for what I normally do. If I'm doing something dramatic, maybe I get rid of the fill light. Sometimes if I'm doing things a little more corporate-y or like a little more bright and happy, I'll turn up the fill light, turn up the key. It all just kind of depends on what you're doing, but this is definitely a good baseline to start with.